For centuries, Jewish communities thrived in Morocco, weaving their stories into the very fabric of the country's history. From the bustling cities to the quiet villages, Jewish life flourished, leaving a lasting imprint on Moroccan culture and society. The roots of Jewish presence in Morocco stretch back over 2,000 years, with some traditions tracing their arrival to the time of the destruction of the First Temple in Jerusalem. Over the centuries, waves of Jewish migrants arrived, each bringing their own customs, languages, and hopes for a better life. They called this North African country home, building vibrant communities in cities like Casablanca, Fez, and Marrakesh, as well as in remote mountain towns and coastal villages. Jewish neighborhoods, known as mellahs, became centers of culture, learning, and faith. Jews lived alongside their Muslim neighbors, sharing daily life, business, and celebrations. For generations, their lives were deeply intertwined, with friendships and partnerships forming across religious lines. In many places, Jewish and Muslim families supported each other through life's joys and challenges, creating a unique blend of traditions and customs. Jewish merchants played a vital role in the Moroccan economy, trading goods such as spices, textiles, and precious metals across the region and beyond. Their expertise in commerce helped connect Morocco to distant lands, making the country a crossroads of cultures and ideas. Jewish artisans were renowned for their craftsmanship, creating beautiful jewelry, intricate textiles, and fine metalwork. Their skills were passed down through generations, and their creations became treasured parts of Moroccan heritage, admired by people of all backgrounds. Synagogues and Jewish quarters stood as symbols of faith and resilience, their walls echoing with prayers and songs. These spaces were not just places of worship, but also centers of learning, community gatherings, and cultural expression, reflecting the strong presence of Jewish life in Morocco's cities and towns. Yet, Jewish life in Morocco was not without hardship. There were periods of tension, discrimination, and uncertainty, especially during times of political upheaval or social change. Despite these challenges, the community found ways to persevere, drawing strength from their faith and unity. Through it all, the Jewish community held onto its traditions, celebrating holidays like Passover and Hanukkah with joy and devotion. Rituals, songs, and stories were lovingly preserved, helping each generation remember where they came from and what they stood for. Elders taught the young about their faith, customs, and language, ensuring that the wisdom of the past would not be lost. Family gatherings, religious ceremonies, and everyday life all became opportunities to pass down a rich legacy, keeping the spirit of the community alive. This rich cultural heritage, shaped by centuries in Morocco, would later travel with Jewish families as they journeyed to new lands, especially Israel. Today, the traditions, music, and memories of Moroccan Jews are woven into the diverse tapestry of Israeli society, a testament to their enduring spirit and the deep roots they planted in Morocco. In the mid-20th century, the world was on the cusp of profound transformation. Across continents, societies were shifting, and the echoes of war and hope mingled in the air. In Morocco, life moved to the rhythm of ancient traditions and vibrant communities. But beneath the surface, change was stirring. The creation of the State of Israel in 1948 was a turning point not just for the Middle East, but for Jewish communities around the world. For the first time in centuries, Jews had a homeland, a place where they could dream of safety, dignity, and belonging. For many Moroccan Jews, this moment was filled with hope and uncertainty. It was a promise of a new life, a life free from the shadows of fear and the weight of discrimination. Families gathered in their homes discussing what the future might hold, torn between the comfort of the familiar and the allure of a distant dream. The idea of living openly and proudly as Jews in a land that belonged to them was both exhilarating and daunting. It meant the possibility of raising children in freedom, of celebrating traditions without fear, and of finally feeling at home. Yet, as the world outside shifted, so too did life in Morocco. Political tensions and social unrest began to rise, and for many Jewish families, the sense of security they once felt started to erode. Stories of violence and anti-Semitic incidents spread, casting a shadow over daily life. There was growing unrest and anti-Semitism, which made them think about leaving their homes. The decision was never easy. These were places filled with memories, with laughter and sorrow, with the echoes of generations past. But the fear of what might come next was stronger than the pull of nostalgia. The journey to Israel was long and difficult. It was a leap into the unknown, a test of courage and faith. Families packed what little they could carry, leaving behind homes, businesses, and the graves of their ancestors. The road ahead was uncertain, but the hope for a better life gave them strength. Many families left everything behind. The weight of their decision was heavy, but so was their determination. They walked away from the only world they had ever known, trusting that something brighter awaited them. They boarded ships and planes with just a few possessions, saying goodbye to the only home they had ever known. The journey was filled with uncertainty, long days at sea, unfamiliar faces, and the constant ache of longing for what was left behind. But as they arrived in Israel, hope blossomed anew. They were full of dreams for a better future, determined to build a new life in the land of their ancestors. The journey was not just a passage across continents, but a leap of faith, a testament to resilience, courage, and the enduring power of hope. When Moroccan Jews first set foot in Israel, they were filled with hope and anticipation, but also uncertainty. The journey from North Africa to the Middle East was not just a physical relocation, it was a leap into the unknown. Many families left behind everything familiar, carrying only a few belongings and their dreams for a better future. As they arrived at the bustling ports, they were greeted by a land that was both ancient and new, a place still recovering from the struggles of its own birth. Israel in the 1950s was a young nation, still finding its feet after years of conflict and waves of immigration. The cities were growing rapidly, but resources were stretched thin. Streets bustled with people from all over the world, each bringing their own stories and challenges. For the new arrivals, finding a place to live was often the first and most pressing challenge. Housing was scarce, and many families had to share cramped quarters with strangers. Jobs were hard to come by, and many Moroccan Jews found themselves waiting in long lines, hoping for work that would help them support their loved ones. The climate, too, was a shock. The searing heat of Israeli summers was different from what many had known in Morocco, and the landscape was unfamiliar. The customs, language, and daily rhythms of life in Israel were new and sometimes bewildering, making the adjustment even more difficult. Many Moroccan Jews were sent to live in temporary camps known as marbarot. These camps, made up of tents and makeshift shelters, were often crowded and lacked basic comforts. Families had to make do with very little, sharing small spaces and coping with uncertainty about the future. Life in the ma'abarot was tough. Water and electricity were limited, and food was sometimes scarce. Yet despite these hardships, the Moroccan Jewish community showed remarkable resilience. They supported one another, sharing what little they had and finding ways to celebrate life even in the most difficult circumstances. Determined to build a new life, Moroccan Jews worked tirelessly. Many took on hard labor, helping to construct new neighborhoods and plant gardens where there had once been only empty land. Their hands helped shape the growing nation, brick by brick and seed by seed. Learning Hebrew was another challenge, but it was also a key to belonging. In classrooms and community centers, adults and children alike studied the language of their new home, determined to become part of Israeli society. Teachers patiently guided them, and slowly, the unfamiliar words became part of daily life. Over time, Moroccan Jews found jobs in factories, on construction sites, and in new businesses. As they earned a living, they were able to move out of the camps and into permanent homes, creating neighborhoods that would become vibrant parts of Israeli towns and cities. They raised families, sent their children to school, and became an integral part of the fabric of Israeli society. Their perseverance and optimism helped them overcome obstacles and build a future for the next generation. Even as they adapted to their new surroundings, Moroccan Jews never forgot where they came from. They cherished their Moroccan heritage, passing down stories, recipes, and traditions from one generation to the next. In their new home, they continued to celebrate Moroccan holidays and festivals, cook traditional foods, and gather as a community to honor their roots. These customs brought comfort and a sense of belonging, even far from the land of their birth. The food, music, and customs of Moroccan Jews have enriched Israeli culture, adding vibrant colors and flavors to the national tapestry. Their journey was filled with challenges, but through perseverance and pride in their heritage, they transformed both their own lives and the country they now call home. Moroccan Jews brought their vibrant culture to Israel. Their music, with its unique rhythms and instruments, became popular and infused Israeli music with new sounds and styles. Moroccan food, full of flavor and spice, became a favorite in Israeli homes. Dishes like couscous and tagine became part of the national cuisine. Moroccan Jews also brought their strong family values and traditions. They valued community and helped each other. They celebrated their heritage through music, dance, and storytelling. This enriched Israeli society and made it more diverse. Moroccan Jews became active participants in Israeli life. They contributed to the country's development in all areas. Many became successful in business, education, and the arts. They also played an important role in politics. They became members of the Knesset, Israel's parliament. They fought for the rights of all Israelis. Some Moroccan Jews even rose to the highest levels of government. Mayor Ben Shabbat, for example, served as Israel's national security advisor. He was a respected voice on security and diplomacy. His story is just one example of the impact Moroccan Jews have had on Israeli society. While building their lives in Israel, Moroccan Jews maintained a connection to their homeland. They kept in touch with family and friends who remained in Morocco. They visited their former communities and shared their experiences. This helped to build bridges between the two countries. In recent years, relations between Morocco and Israel have improved significantly. The two countries have signed agreements on trade, tourism, and cultural exchange. This has opened up new opportunities for cooperation and understanding. Morocco has also made efforts to preserve its Jewish heritage. The government has renovated synagogues and Jewish cemeteries. They have established museums and cultural centers to showcase the history of Moroccan Jews. These efforts are important for remembering the contributions of Moroccan Jews to the country's history. They also promote tolerance and understanding between different cultures and faiths. Today, Moroccan Jews in Israel have a dual identity. They are proud to be Israeli and proud of their Moroccan roots. They see no contradiction between these two identities. They celebrate both with equal enthusiasm. This dual identity is a testament to the richness and diversity of Israeli society. It is a reminder that Israel is a nation built by immigrants from all over the world. Each group brought their own unique traditions and stories, creating a vibrant cultural mosaic. The story of Moroccan Jews in Israel is a story of resilience, adaptation, and success. They overcame significant challenges to build a new life in a new land. They preserved their heritage while contributing to the development of their adopted country. Their story is an integral part of the larger narrative of Israel. It is a story that continues to unfold with each generation. As Israel looks to the future, the contributions of Moroccan Jews will continue to shape the country's identity and its place in the world.